Hello everyone. Today I'm going to make a video on the, you can say it's the second part of whatever I was telling you about the important topics in ICSE board exams. I'm very sorry for the delay, but I guess as your exam is on Monday, it would be a great help because I never wanted you to just prepare these topics only, because it matters when you just prepare some few topics and when you have prepared everything and then you focus on the topics which are important. Maybe this is the reason that there was a delay in uploading of this video, but whatsoever, I'm very thankful to you people for highly appreciating my work and loving me so much. That means a lot to me. Okay, before starting the video, I just want to request one thing. As you people will be now passing on and going to class 11th and 12th, maybe you take biology or you don't. If you take biology, in the next session I'll be uploading separate videos for class 11th and 12th. You can follow them, and if suppose you are not taking, please do pass it to your juniors who will be coming in class 10th, so that they can view the videos. They can also get whatever I want to give you people, whatever I want to contribute to the society, as whatever I know, I am transferring it, I am passing it on to people, so that everyone can get very good marks, can score very good in the exams. Okay, now without wasting time, we'll start on with the topics. Okay. We had done all the plant physiology topics, we have done cell division, we have done genetics. Now I have jotted down a few topics. Now first of all, before starting these topics, I just want to mention one thing, that the chapters which follow plant physiology, that means all the chapters in which we have animal physiology, or you can say all the systems. I'll be making one video for systems and another video for last 4 chapters, that is aids to health, population, pollution and all. Now, in this topic, as I have told you in my previous video also, from one and each and every page you must have pointers. I think till now you must have made everything, because this is last minute revision. Okay, for your last minute revision, I'll give you quick tips. Now starting up with the chapter 1, that is chapter number 7, that is circulatory system. Now circulatory system, first of all, we'll talk about the structures which are required to draw, which can come for drawing. Now first of all, the difference between artery and vein. The structural question in which the structure of artery is drawn and vein is drawn, and then differences are asked about it. The labelings are asked. Now, I have made proper videos for whatever will be discussed today, and I will be giving the links for each of that video in the description box. So now, if you find any of the problems while I am talking about the topic, suppose you don't get it what I am saying, just go follow the link, go to the video and have a review or recap of whatever I have told you. Now the first structure which can come for drawing is the structure of artery and vein. Heart never comes for drawing. So it would be a structure of artery or vein which has possibilities to come as drawing. Then we come to diagrammatic question. Now one important thing from all these chapters, diagrammatic questions are very important, because the diagrams will be drawn and questions will be asked. You must have done a lot of sample papers till now. They are filled with diagrammatic questions. I'll just give you the diagrams which can come for that. Structure of blood cells, in which we have, in our books we have separate table in which all the WBCs, structure of different granulocytes, granulocytes are there, eosinophils, neutrophils and all, which I have explained in my video also. You can follow that. The diagrams are given there. You have to identify the blood cell and then questions will be related to it. Next structure could be the structure of a heart. It is an important diagram, because for a few years like questions were coming from this, but has not come. This diagram has not come as a proper heart diagram. So there are chances that this diagram can come as a proper structure. Structure of heart will be drawn. Questions related to it can be asked. Now one question is in which only a structure of heart is drawn. Another question is in which it is showing auricular contractions, auricular and ventricular contractions and relaxations. That is another diagram. There are two diagrams in which auricular contractions and relaxations and ventricular contractions and relaxations are asked. In that diagram, it's specifically asked, name the phase which is shown here. Okay, so you have to specify on whether it is showing auricular, if it is auricular contractions, the auricles will be contracted and ventricles will be relaxed and all. So you can go through that diagram. That is an important diagram which can come in diagrammatic question. Then structure of artery and vein can also be drawn and questions can be asked from it. It can come for drawing also, it can come as a diagrammatic question also. Then we have a very important question of double circulation, a diagram of double circulation. You must have gone through that diagram in which there is a flow chart kind of thing. I have also explained that diagram in one of my videos. I'll be sharing the link. That question is also a very important question, has come many a times in exam and is a possibility to come from this chapter. Then from this chapter we have various reasoning questions, like for example, why the ventricles have thick muscular walls, why arteries have thick muscular walls, why veins have valves present in them, why valves are present in the hearts, why heart is divided into 4 chambers. There are multiple reasoning questions. You must have those sample papers in which there is a heading given, give reasons for the following, and multiple reasoning questions are there. From this chapter there are many reasoning questions which can come. Then we have definitions. Now very importantly, definitions like definition of double circulation is there, definition of auricular systole, ventricular diastole, definition of different types of blood vessels, functions of different types of blood vessels, functions of different parts of the heart, different blood vessels which enter the heart, which leave the heart. These are some of the pointers which are there in each. Like suppose you start solving a sample paper. When you are solving a sample paper, you get many name the following. When you are solving an ICSE sample paper, you get many name the following. Just go through them, revise them, because one in or the other form they are going to come. Okay, now these were some specific topics related to this chapter. Again, I will say each and every page is important because all the question paper is objective. You have to go through each and everything. Basically, we had discussed about the diagrammatic questions and the questions which diagrams which can come for drawing, plus some of the specific questions which come from this chapter. Next chapter would be excretion. Now from excretion, the structure which can come for drawn and has already come for drawing is Malpighian capsule. The diagram of Malpighian capsule, the diagram of kidney, very important diagrams, 2 very important diagrams which can come for drawing. Nephron never comes for drawing. Then excretory system, I don't think, they don't give it, it's so simple, they don't give it for drawing. Okay, so the to draw Malpighian capsule and kidney, structure of kidney. Then diagrammatic questions, if we talk about diagrammatic, we have many. We have structure of kidney, we have excretory system, we have structure of nephron, we have Malpighian capsule only. So these are the structures which can come, which can come as diagrammatic questions. They will be drawn there in the paper and questions will be asked to it. Like for example, suppose nephron is there. Name the blood vessel which supplies blood to the nephron, renal artery. Name the blood vessel. What happens? Which process happens in Malpighian capsule? Ultrafiltration. About this, I have explained everything, every pointers in detail in my videos, for which I will be sharing the links. Then we have very important definitions in this topic, in this chapter. Like for example, we have ultrafiltration, we have reabsorption, we have selective secretion. Then we have different parts of the kidney and their functions. Now for example, if you are talking about nephron, now this is something important. If the structure of diagrammatic question of nephron comes, you must know the different parts of the nephron, plus you also must know what are the different functions of different parts of the nephron. Then one very important topic in this chapter is abnormal conditions which occur during excessive. Now there are various conditions. One, excessive urea in the body, excessive urea in the blood, excessive sugar in the blood, blood cells secrete in the blood. These abnormal conditions also I have discussed in my video. That is an important question. It is an important question that you will find in my video for excretion nephron wala. I have given proper headings also for that. So that is also an important question. Any can come. Like for example, they can ask what is hematuria, what is glycosuria. You have to answer. Then the definitions I have already told you. Now, next chapter would be nervous system. Now, when we talk about the chapter nervous system, the main question which comes for drawing is the structure of nephron. The structure of neuron. Nephron basically is nephron is the structure in excretory system, but in nervous system the structure would be neuron. The structure of neuron comes for drawing, and as diagrammatic question, of course, we have structure of heart. So what am I saying? We have structure of brain, and plus we have structure of neuron also. Neuron can come as a diagrammatic question and can be asked to draw, but 90% chances are there that it is asked for drawing. Then we have structure of brain. Obviously brain will be drawn, different parts of the brain will be asked to label, functioning of different parts of the brain, what are the outer covering known as, what are the different parts of the brain, functions of different parts of the brain. These are the questions related to it. The diagrammatic question would be structure of brain plus reflex arc also. Reflex arc, a separate video I have made for reflex arc, a very important question, has come many times. It's an important question. Structure, either it is drawn in the paper, you are just to label it, or you are asked to make a reflex arc and show how the impulse it travels. Okay, so we have, how many questions do we have? We have, as diagrammatic questions, we have structure of brain, we have reflex arc, and to draw we have structure of neuron, plus we have structure of reflex arc also. Reflex arc can also come for drawing. It is that important. It can come both ways. Okay, then we have, yes, one more important topic from this part would be reflexes. There are various types of reflexes, and very importantly the examples. What do? They just give you 4 to 5 examples. They ask you to write in front of them what type of reflex action it is. Okay, what type of reflex it is, natural or conditioned, inborn reflex or acquired reflex. That means you have to mention, you have to learn those examples which are there in your book, or you can just see, count a few examples around you, and then you can classify them according to inborn or innate or natural or acquired reflexes. That is an important question. This question can also be given as a full 3-mark question in which different examples are given and you are asked to segregate them. That's an important question. Still, once again I'll reiterate that whatsoever you do, these topics you have to just focus on. Instead, you have to do everything. Please don't think that only this is going to come. Okay, I'm just focusing on the things which are important, for which you have to work on. Okay, next is sense organs, which is the part of this chapter only. Now we all know we have done 2 main sense organs, eye and ear. Very important. It is that important कि एक पेपर में eye आता है, अगले सेशन में ear आता है. So there were years when it came like once it was eye, others it was ear, but last to last it was eye defect. And eye defect was, you were asked to make an, what do they do in eye defect? They just draw an eye defect, they ask you which type of eye defect is it, and then they ask you draw this eye defect again by using the lens by which it is corrected. All these figures are given in your book, you just have to practice them. It's an important diagrammatic question plus drawing, दोनों काम होते हैं इसमें. Diagram बना हुआ होता है, आपको you have to answer the questions related to that diagram, and also you have to make a diagram in which you make a lens in front of the eye to correct whatever is the defect in the eye. That's an important diagram. Then we have structure of ear, which comes as a diagrammatic question. That's a very simple question, but very scoring. It comes, diagram is drawn and just you have to label the parts and you have to answer the questions. Then we have a structure of eye also. That also diagram will be drawn. You just have to label the parts and give the function. Now, one important thing related to these diagrams is you should know all the parts, the labelings of all the parts, plus you should know all the functions, because if first question is label the following, second question definitely would be give functions of labeling 1, 2, 3, 4 or whatsoever. Okay, so if you know the labeling, you should always know the function also. Okay, this was about the sense organs. Now, eye defects, as I've already told you, please work on the eye defects. That's an important part. Okay, then after that we have next chapter as endocrine system, a very small chapter. If you go through the videos which I have made for endocrine system, there is no need, I personally feel there is no need even to do that chapter from the book also. Because in that video I have explained everything. I have explained each and every topic which is there in ICSE. You need not even learn it from the book. But how this question comes, it's a full-on 5 marker. They will just give you names of the hormones, will ask you their functions, or they will give you the glands and will ask the hormones secreted and their function. But this is a full-fledged 5 mark question if it comes. It's a very important question and 5 marker तो है ही है. इसके अलावा इसी topic में से definitely कहीं ना कहीं they give you 1 marker, they give you a fill up the blank, they give you something. Once they had given a full paragraph from this diagrammatic this endocrine system. So this chapter is very important, very small, very scoring, very important. मतलब आपके at least 5 marks would be like full and finally prepared अगर आप ये diagram ये वाला endocrine system वाला if you do this chapter properly. Okay, and I will seriously, for others I just want you to refer, but endocrine system, do watch the videos again. If you have watched earlier, do watch them again, revise from them again and then prepare. Okay, then the last chapter which is left is reproductive system. Now when we talk about reproductive system, it's a very important chapter. Reason being 10 marks. It can be more than 10, but cannot be less than that. 10, you can say 7 to 10 marks for sure from this chapter are going to come. Reason being, they add on this chapter everywhere. They give it in fill up the blanks, they give it in differences, they give it everywhere. This chapter is that important. You cannot even think of leaving this chapter. Okay, when we talk about what can come to draw from this chapter, only 1 diagram, or you can say 2 diagrams, structure of sperm and structure of ova, nothing else. Structure of sperm comes for drawing, structure of ova comes for drawing. Once they had given a urinogenital system also, in which you had to make the urinary system, and that's given in the book. You just see your book, there is excretory system ka kidney and all are also shown, plus the reproductive part is there. There is like only 10% chances are there that male or female reproductive system will come for drawing. Otherwise they just give the structure of sperm or ova. Diagram of male reproductive system, female reproductive system, very important. One or the other is for sure to come. Okay, then now if you are drawing, if male reproductive system is given, you should know all the labelings, you should know functions of all the parts. If female is given, you should know all the labelings, you should know functions of all the parts. If another diagram is there in which uterus is there and the developing baby is shown with a placenta, amnion and all, if that diagram comes, then also you must know the labelings and you must know the functions. This chapter is very well. I think maximum videos I have made from this chapter only. I think 5 to 6 videos are there from reproductive system only. Do watch them again and again, go through them properly, and you can get like 70% you can get from those videos only. So I have explained each and everything that properly in those videos. Now, one more thing, there are stages of menstrual cycle given in your book. Learn them as per the sequence. Learn them according to the sequence. It's a 1 marker or 2 marker question, I guess, in which they ask you the different stages of menstrual cycle and also ask you to explain them. That's also an important question. Many times it has come in the paper. Then we have definitions of fertilization, implantation, parturition, gestation. We have all these definitions. I have made a separate video for the definitions of reproductive system. Watch them, learn them, and get ready for your exam. A very important topic, last but not the least, structure of placenta, its function. It's also a very important 2 marker question. Now this is all about chapter number 7 to 11, that is circulatory system, excretory system, nervous system, endocrine system and reproductive system. All these 5 chapters are covered here. These are the important topics of the 5 chapters. I am giving the links of each and every video which is related to these chapters in the description box. Just click on the link and go to the video. Thank you very much. Click on the bell icon to get the notification of the further videos. And now I'll be uploading one more video. Do watch it. It will be for all the last four chapters, the important topics from them. Thank you. Thanks a lot.